If you've hit a roadblock with the brand strategy you're trying to create, here's a really simple exercise that you should do, or idea for how you should get to the brand strategy. This I used and was taught about on so many pitches that we won. And it's a really simple technique. And what you do is you want to, and I'm going to show you an example of a really successful time that I did this for Bacardi. But what you do is you take the company or the founder's story and try to work out, is that story still relevant today? Is there a parallel that I can draw with how the consumers see themselves today? And usually you get some really good examples. Often going into the history of how the brand started and how it existed and trying to find the cultural problems that exist today is a surefire way to kind of ground it in the product. And you're actually not, grounding it in a product feature, but the product truth of how the product came to be. So for Bacardi, the history of Bacardi is actually really interesting. The Bacardi family were kicked out of Cuba. They had an empire over there, and they were kicked out of Cuba and had to start again in America, in Miami. Build it all up again, and obviously we know now the Bacardi empire is massive. It's got a number of brands underneath it as well, but this was just for the Bacardi main brand. And what we realized was, okay, what is true about that story, or what are the underlying values that are actually true today? And so for Bacardi, what they realized was their demo was these high energy young men who were going out and partying. However, what they realized was there was a lot of problems that they were dealing with when they were trying to have that big night out. They were like, oh, can't get out, can't, not getting let into clubs, oh, it's too far, taxis are too expensive, blah, blah, blah. All these problems with going out. And so, obviously, two different parallels, but that spirit and that energy that the Bacardi family had when they were starting the business was able to be translated, that story was able to be translated to the young men who was the demo at the time, to show them, hey, this is what we want from you as well. This is, how you kind of have found your own way or hustled around the problems. That's Bacardi as well. So we share that in common. And the thing about the drink was that, Bacardi is a drink that gives you energy, it gives you ideas. It's full of sugar. It's, it's not a Johnny Walker where you're sitting back and contemplating life. You're out there doing things. And that energy was what helped the Bacardi family and what helped everyone else. So very simple exercise. Read the founder's story, understand how they came to be. Look at your consumers. What are the problems they're facing at the moment? Specifically, if it can be related to the product that you're dealing with, and try to mirror the two, because that's where the brand strategy might be sitting.